O textoi acute miritra longo. Michmethat 396 equipped with Philistine weapons found at the site, pursued the fleeing enemy forces. Joined by Israelites who had gone into hiding and those who had sided with the Philistines, they kept striking down the Philistines from Michmash to Ajalon. 1 14. 15-23, 31. According to 1 Samuel 13. 5, the Philistine forces at Michmash included 30,000 war chariots. This number is far greater than that involved in several other military expeditions. Compare JG 4. 13. 2 ch 12. 2, 3. 14. 9, and it is hard to imagine how so many war chariots could have been used in mountainous terrain. For this reason 30,000 is generally viewed as a scribal error. The Syriac Peshitta and the Lacardian edition of the Greek Septuagint read 3,000, and numerous Bible translations follow this rendering. At J.B. Mo, however, even lower figures have been suggested. Centuries later, the prophecy of Isaiah mentions Michmash as the place where the conquering Assyrian would deposit his articles. Issa 10. 24, 28. After the Israelite returned from Babylonian exile in 537 BCE, Michmash was apparently reoccupied by Benjamites. As 2. 1, 2, 27. NE 7. 31. 11. 31. Michmethath Michmiddle.Methath. A site on the boundary between Ephraim and Manasseh. It is identified with Batulajil, a short distance east of Shechem. This agrees with the biblical statement that Michmethath was in front of Shechem. Jos 16. 5, 6. 17. 7. Mitri possibly from a root meaning cell. A Benjamite and an ancestor of Elah who resided in Jerusalem after the Babylonian exile. 1 ch 9. 1-3, 7, 8. Middin. A place in the Judean wilderness. Jos 15. 20, 61. Middin is perhaps to be identified with Bet Abodabak, situated in the low-lying plain called El Baki Abikali, the Valley of Acre, near the NW end of the Dead Sea. Midian Middle. And Midianites Midianites of belonging to Midian. 1. One of Abraham's sons by his concubine Keturah. The father of Ephah, Hanok, Abida, and Eldar. GE 25. 1, 2, 4. 1 ch 1. 32, 33. Before his death, Abraham gave presents to Midian and the other sons of his concubines and then sent them to the land of the east. GE 25. 5, 6. 2. The descendants of Abraham's son Midian are collectively designated as Midian and Midianites. New 31. 2, 3. At times the Bible seemingly refers to them as Ishmaelites. Compare GE 37. 25, 27, 28, 36. 39. 1. JG 8. 22, 24. This may imply that the descendants of Abraham through his sons Ishmael and Midian were much alike in their way of life, and there may have been a further amalgamation through intermarriage among the two peoples. It also appears that at least some of the Kenites were known as Midianites. Since the Kenites are already mentioned as a people before Midian's birth, this may mean that Miz's Kenite brother-in-law Hobab was a Midianite merely from a geographic standpoint. GE 15. 18, 19. New 10. 29. JG 1. 16. 4. 11. See Ishmaelite. Kenite. Being descendants of Abraham, the Midianites likely spoke a language that closely resembled Hebrew. Gideon, for instance, apparently had no difficulty in understanding the Midianites. JG 7. 13-15. 8. 18, 19. There is also a possibility, however, that Gideon learned the tongue of the Midianites, Israel having been under their domination for 7 years. JG 6. 1. The Midianites were primarily nomadic tent dwellers. JG 6. 5, 6. Hab 3. 7 but in Messiah's day they are also reported as residing in cities. New 31. 9, 10 At that time they were quite prosperous, having asses and animals of the flock and the herd numbering into the tens of thousands. New 31. 32-34 Their riches included gold ornaments having a total weight of more than 191 kilograms 512 pounds t, valued now at over $2,150,000. New 31. 50-52. Apparently both men and women adorned themselves with gold ornaments, including nose rings and earrings. Midianite kings were arrayed in garments of wool dyed reddish purple, and even their textoi acute miritra longo midwife 397 thousands of Israelite males to become involved in sexual immorality and idolatry in connection with Baal of Peor. New 25. 1-9, 14-18. 31. 15, 16. 1 Co 10. 8. Re 2. 14